Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trinity University for today's game between the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls and California Lutheran Regals. We will introduce the starting lineups of both teams, and when their name is called, if they'll please head to the center, and we'll go right into the game after that. Your referee is Derek Smolik. Assistant referee Cesar Rodriguez and Adam Quintana. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls. At goalkeeper, number 1, a senior Haley Foley. Number 2, a senior midfielder, Jenna Cook. Number 3, a sophomore forward, Gabby Avalos. Number 4, a junior defender, Kaylin McNatt. Number 8, a senior forward, Alexis Ciano. Number 10, a senior forward, Randy Dennison. Number 12, a junior defender, Mercy Mummert. Number 13, a senior defender, Addison Ramirez. Number 14, a senior midfielder, Aurora Arevalo. Number 15, a junior midfielder, Kaylee Maddox. Number 27, a freshman defender, Kalia Willis. The assistant coaches are Stephen Salas and Ashley Stamps. Head coach of the Cowgirls in his first season at Hardin-Simmons, Lance Keys. Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls. Now the starters for the Cal Lutheran Regals. The home team. Number 00, a sophomore goalkeeper, Logan Duford. Number 2, a senior defender, Allie LeGrand. Number 4, a sophomore defender, Avery West. Number 7, a senior forward, Danielle Viss. Number 8, a sophomore midfielder, Adriana Maroney. Number 10, a senior defender, Katie Weaver. Number 14, a junior midfielder, Jalen Magana. Number 16, a senior midfielder, Izzy Martinez. Number 20, a junior defender, Ali Visicaro. Number 27, a senior forward, Isabella Galjasic. Number 35, a sophomore forward, Savannah.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be. We are here live from San Antonio on the campus of Trinity University. And as you can see on your screen, it's the Cal Lutheran Regals and the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls, two teams with a strong opening start to the 2022 season. And a big regional matchup here. The 4-2-0 Regals and the 2-1-1 Cowgirls. The starting lineups were just announced, and we'll catch you up here. Hardin-Simmons for this match, designated as the visitor. And it will be Haley Foley in goal, Jenna Kirk, Gabriela Velas, Kaylin McNatt, Alexis Sciano, Randy Dennison, Mercy Mummert, Addison Ramirez, Aurora Arevalo, Kaylee Maddox, and Kalia Willis. And that will round out the Cowgirls. For the Regals, it will be Logan Duford in goal with Allie LeGrand, Avery West, Danielle Avis, Adriana Maroney, Katie Weaver, Jalen Magana, Izzy Martinez, Ali Fisicaro, Isabella Vajasic, and Savannah Durr, as these two teams looking to continue on their strong starts to the 2022 season. It was rough going early on for the Regals. They dropped their first two on the season. They have won 4 straight, including a match against ranked Washington University in St. Louis. And they defeated the Texas Dallas Comets to start off this mini tournament here. in San Antonio on Friday evening by a score of 3-0. And for the Cowgirls, they had started off the season 2-0-1, having not conceded a goal, 2 victories and a 0-0 tie before running into the Trinity Tigers on Friday evening and dropping that match by a score of 2-1. So they'll be looking to get back into the win column. And for the Regals, they'll be looking to make it 5 straight here this evening. So be with you for this one. We'll play 90. And if you haven't joined us for a D3 game here in 2022, you will notice a big change to the format. There will be no overtimes in regular season play. And then, of course, postseason play will also have a slight change deviation as well. No more golden goal as the coaching staffs meet at midfield as well right in front of us with the pregame handshakes. The head official, Derek Smolik, there at the very bottom of your screen. He's with the captains for each team as we have the coin toss. Ready to get underway here in just a moment. We'll take a quick audio break and be back in just a bit.
All right, Hardin-Simmons fans, let's hear it for your Cowgirls. Cal Lutheran fans, let's hear it for your Regals.
And welcome back in as we are just about ready to get underway here. Get the score fixed. And we shall be good to go. It will be Kowloon in white, Hardin-Simmons in the black. And we are underway. First minute into play, and it will be the Regals with a corner kick. This one sent to the top of the 18, headed on and wide. by Martinez. Avalos for Hardin-Simmons, trying to find somebody in space, but kicks that one over to the Regals, and it's Fisicaro taking over with possession. Magana into the midfield. And Martinez with a little bit of a short pass. Now possession ultimately winding up for Hardin-Simmons. I believe that's McNatt on the far side, pushing the ball forward. Forgive me if some of these names are inaccurate. The Hardin-Simmons jerseys are thin outlines of white on all black uniform, so the number does not stand out unless you're looking sort of directly at it. It's hard to see it at an angle. The jerseys on the front of the Regals uniforms are a little thin, but we'll make do. Nice and big on the backside. Flick forward by Maroney. The Regals making a push. It's going to be Addison Ramirez back for the Cowgirls momentarily. And Danielle Weiss giving a fight for it, trying to earn the throw, and she does not, as that one's going to be played out for a goal kick. And Foley will send this one down to midfield. It's Avalos taking control. She's going to play it to her midfield. And now making the run through. I believe that was Maddox. We'll find Sciano down the far side. And a nice tackle there by Magana. I believe that goes out for a low throw here, or now it's going to be a corner. So they're one apiece now on the corners.
Go get it, Black. Go get it. First and second.
Low line drive, flicked out right to the foot. I believe that was Maddox with the shot that goes wide. And each team with a corner and a decent scoring chance that has been sent wide here in the first 5 minutes of play. Savannah Durr making the turn right in front of us. And Kalia Willis, who was strong on the backline defense on Friday night, especially in a lot of 1v1 opportunities. A nice little defensive play that gives possession back to the Cowgirls as they try to bring it through the midfield. Avalos keeping tempo from the center circle. And that one blocked, but Dennison will give chase. It looks like Duford will be there with plenty of space. She'll let it roll out so she can have the goal kick and boot this one down. For the Regals on the season, I mentioned the 3-0 victory over the Comets of University of Texas Dallas on a Friday night. It was a very impressive performance by California Lutheran. And they came in on a 3-game win streak where they had defeated Caltech in a SCIAC conference match As Hardin-Simmons gives shot. Duford with the kick save. And that one looks to be cleared out. And the Regals with a little bit of breathing room for the moment as Hardin-Simmons from the far side. I believe McNatt was in the area. I don't know if she was the one with the shot. She would have been on the far side coming in. Skyano will pull it back towards the middle. Novelis has a lot of room working from the low corner. That one headed on, but not a lot to it. So Regals will clear. Now Durr has space. And there's Vajasic on the far side. Cowgirls able to send a few back. Makes this a 3v4. So Cal Lutheran will slow it down for the time being and then give chase again. I believe that's West far side. Flicked on. I don't think she got enough of it. Was Durr right in the middle. The look earlier from McNatt. A very good opportunity there. She was able to cross over into the box. For the Regals, they had defeated Caltech 1-0 back on Wednesday of earlier this week, and last weekend taking on Wash U with a 2-1 victory, a 2-1 come from behind victory. They were trailing at the half. And then in the opening week, they took 2 losses, Wisconsin Lacrosse and Gustavus Adolphus, before getting on to the win column, defeating Concordia from Texas, school right up the road just north of Austin. They won that one 3-1. But Jacek shoots that one across the face of the goal, and it's going to go wide. Two teams settling in here. I haven't seen some decent scoring opportunities. McNatt's probably the one that was most in danger. It's the only shot on goal so far. A couple of shots that sailed wide off of corners. A pretty back and forth matchup here so far. For Hardin-Simmons, they came in a 2-0 win to start the year over St. Scholastica. And then a 0-0 tie against Whitewater, a 3-0 victory against Southwestern, and the 1-2 defeat here on Friday night to Trinity. Starting off their new campaign, their first season without head coach Marcus Wood in quite a long time. They lose one of the winningest coaches in Division III. Moved on to Dallas Baptist, but they replace him with one of the winningest coaches in Division III, with Lance Key, former Trinity University head coach. Had moved on to be an assistant at the University of Texas before taking over the head job at University of Louisiana. Found his way back to Texas and trying to continue the winning ways that Hardin-Simmons has put together for the past 2 decades. And for Cal Lu, trying to continue their own winning ways. (12-5-4) a year ago. Could have been called for a handball there and was not given. Danielle Weiss. And that one hit up off her arm, but play continued on and went right back to Hardin-Simmons, so their protest died quickly. Mummert will send that one over to the far side. McNatt
Mercy Addison, pinch. In the box, Kaylee. In the box, Kaylee.
The cross be taken away by Duford.
Do you want the ball there? Are you demanding it? Good, tight now. Now drop off, Addison. Follow her. No turn. Good. You can step, Addison.
Vajasic trying to settle the touch. Slips just out of her reach. Navallo sending it back to the middle. The pass forward to Kirk, just beyond what she could control. And Mummert comes back and plays that one all the way back to Foley. And had she not, it was Durr that was going to be right on the top of it and probably had a one-on-one with the keeper, Foley. If not for Mummert's quick transition back to D. Now McNatt on the far side.
Together. Mercy, we don't walk to midfield, we get there together. Yeah, one of the attacking mids gotta go.
Avery West will buy some time, but concede the corner. The shot from earlier that looked like it was probably going to go wide. Losing a lot of steam as it was going across the face. Well, the scoreboard gave it a shot on goal, but the stats, it does look like the stats did as well.
Deeper, Merce, start deeper.
Now the HSU corner headed out. That will retain possession for the Cowgirls, and that one lofted in. Could not find anybody on the backside of that.
Second ball, Alexis. Alexis, you're hiding there. They can't find you there.
And more back and forth action here in the middle of the pitch. Slight advantage to Hardin-Simmons with possession here through the first 15. Allie LeGrand trying to bring it up near side. Fed it to Durr in the middle. But Hardin-Simmons only conceded goals in one match out of their 4. Strong defensively. Hard to get past their back line.
Get around her, Kaylee.
That's been a staple in Coach Key's 20-year career, nearing 20-year career. Former All-American defender for Trinity University men's team for his brief career with the Colorado Rapids in the MLS. Now McNatt is trying to feed the middle, and that one's going to be sent. And the offside flag will save Hardin-Simmons. Foley would have continued on giving chase, so it wouldn't have looked that easy. We'll take another look at it. It's going to be hard to tell whether or not she was offside because that kick was so far away, but I would say, yeah. I mean, it looked like she was coming forward, and it looked like Willis was going back. So even though it looked like Willis had already crossed the cover, that kick had come so much earlier that it'd be hard to argue. But now this one into the middle. These couldn't settle the first touch. Now looking to get behind it. And it's going to be solid defense by Arevalo. Sends it back towards the middle of play. Arevalo. Nobody coming forward to help out. Now they get it past the midfield line. A lot of Cowgirls in space, but not making good passing lanes available. Now they finally get it down the far side. Scagliano feed it back into the middle. And Avalos is going to get a shot. That one's blocked. I believe it was blocked by Maroney. Right place, right time, because Avalos had a clean look at the goal. That one just out of the reach of Durr. And the first sub of the game, ready to check in for Hardin-Simmons. Player down on the far side. That's Willis. And Kalu's going to just play this one out so they can attend to the injury. And so Coach Key arguing that it should be a card as the defender or the Kalu player had not touched the ball on the contact. I'll take another look. Contact made. It definitely didn't look malicious. I don't think anybody had actually made contact definitively. But good to see Willis back on her feet. She catches a breather. As I said, she was pretty dominant back there for the Cowgirls on Friday night. Even in defeat, the scoreboard was kept to a 2-0 lead for the Tigers for the most of that match, and they were able to cut the lead in half with the sub checking in. Presley Thiessen. We'll see if they allow her entry here during this dead ball. I don't think they're going to replace Willis, but she will have to step off momentarily, I believe. Take a quick audio break and be right back in just a bit, as the two teams have taken a water break here as well during this time. We'll be back here. 26 left in the first half, 0-0 between the Regals and the Cowgirls.
In for the Regals is Janelle Gutierrez. In for the Cowgirls was Presley Thiessen.
So Thiessen will go on for Sciano, and a sub will come in for Cal Lutheran as well. And they should be sending on because it should be 1-for-1 here during the injury. But it looks like maybe the Regals will hold for just the time being. It's a drop ball for Cal Lu, so they'll take it here in front of midfield. And Willis off the pitch currently. She will head back on at the next substitution, and she was also replaced momentarily, and trying to look at the back line to see who maybe stepped in. And the shot from distance will go for a corner. Allie LeGrand. That one might have caught upper corner. You're going to get a great look at this angle. It was fading just a bit, and it probably would have gone wide. Foley not taking any chances making that. Can't really call it a save, but the deflection and giving the corner for the Regals, their second of the game. Excuse me, their third of the game. Was sent into the middle box, still not cleared off completely. Now Foley will gather. Willis back in. And the Regals will continue to hold their sub.
Cadence, guys, cadence!
Let's go, Black! And you better make it come out!
Weiss trying to find somebody running through the middle. Might have thought she had Durr, but would have been a incredible run from Durr if that was the connection to be made. And now Durr couldn't quite get onto the back end of it, and then Willis comes over, forces the pass out. And it's Avery West, far side, looking towards the middle, and cross will be gathered in by Foley. And we checked in as well, Janelle Gutierrez, senior midfielder, playing up front. In that last possession a little bit, at least pushing forward as she gathers in the center mid spot. Ramirez, Carvalho, and Avalos. Now McNatt. We've almost reached the halfway point of the first half. Back and forth battle between these two so far. I think both sides have been just right there on breaking the scoreboard open, but so far clean sheets on either side. Now Avalos down to the corner, and it's LeGrand working one-on-one. A little bit of help comes in. Avalos takes it down towards the line, puts that one across.
Go find a target.
Duford catch that one in the air and take care of the defensive possession. Durr and Vajasic.
Follow, Kaylin.
Now Gutierrez for LeGrand. That's where she shot it from earlier. Showed the range. This time she's going to pass off, and the offside flag goes up. Durrett snuck just behind Willis. I think as she did it, Willis saw that happening, took the step forward. Put her into the offside position as the pass came in. Ramirez brings it across the near side for Maddox, sends it down. Now the Regals. Willis just kicking it out of the reach of Durr. Carvalho for Maddox. Now looking in, Dennison. She shoots high and wide. And now checking in. Release a shot. Did not see who went off. It must have been somebody near side.
In for Cal Lutheran goes Anna Evenson.
And Hardin-Simmons stepping in and taking it back. Willis dancing through. Really didn't have too many options there, as there was not a whole lot of Cowgirls coming forward.
Show, get closer. Take 2 touches there, 2 touches.
Hitty Weaver on the back line, sending it across. And a couple of Hardin-Simmons. Newcomers will check in here when they get a chance. Kirsten Bush and Taylor Ellert. Macy Peary for Cal Lutheran. And Carly Garcia for the Regals as well. So next ball out. Again, not a surprise, as we're roughly 30 minutes into the contest. Willis stepping in. Now Willis. A little bit of a run off to Avalos. Gets it back. And that one kept onside by LeGrand on the near side. Dennison had broken past the defenders. Ramirez taking the ball away from shots. And then going to ground is going to be Dennison. Gutierrez. Or excuse me, going to ground was Mannix. Morgan Tatum joins the expected arrivals. And we're going to take a official water break here with 16:34, and the subs will check in as we return. So not necessarily conventional, but as I said, it is fairly muggy. Muggy to the point where your announcer also wants to take a water break. So we'll mute the mics, and we'll be back in just a bit.
And for Cal Lutheran will be Kyla Garcia and Macy Peary.
So welcome back, and a slight change. The subs will hold until after the free kick. So we're still waiting for the next ball out for the substitutions. That's going to be Mummert to take the free kick here for the Cowgirls. You see the group lining up in front. Get a better look at the distance she's going to need to cover here. That one's nicely into the top of the box. Could have used about 6 or 7 more yards to really place it. Possession stays with Hardin-Simmons. McNatt shot from distance, blocked up in front. Now Avalos trying to get on the back end of something. The header comes in. Duford.
It's okay, Black, it's okay.
Will corral. Made it look fairly easy.
Good, Addison. Good.
Ramirez sends it back to the right of your screen. Now making a run here is Jasek. Taken away by Thiessen. Dennison had one to beat. Now turn, shot, blocked. Both players go to ground off the block shot. And now we'll get our substitutions.
Try, Rams, okay. Come on, next one.
We'll do a complete. Almost do a complete reset here with players. Arevalo, Maddox, and Avalos coming off for Hardin-Simmons, and
No turn, Addison.
the somersault throw coming in from Ehlert. Shot sends it back towards the middle. Vajacek trying to make the turn. She's with Willis. And Willis patiently allowed the first touch to go through and then started her defense. But she sends it out for the fourth corner.
Here for the Eagles, so Terry Orr.
The Eagles now, I think the fourth time as a charm here on the set piece. Carrie Orr checking in for Vajacek. And Schott will send this in from the corner. That one almost headed on. Now ball loose in the middle. And LeGrand is going to let that one roll out. And we'll go opposite side for this corner, corner number 5. Very good corner put in by Schott on the last one. It had a chance to maybe bounce around and go for goal. Those were the two types of goals, right around the near post that Hardin-Simmons gave up yesterday or on Friday evening. This one cleared out by Thiessen, but it will stay with the Regals. Gutierrez and Thiessen both fighting for it along that near line. And call will go for Hardin-Simmons as it will be foul on Gutierrez. Stepping in and almost getting a nice clean look and a run there was Peary, just beyond her reach. Sends that one down just a step ahead of Peary again. That's a little too far for anybody else to come up on the other side of. Tifford collected, sent it back the other way. Grand. This little one-touch flick on by Orr, but not a lot of people home. Schott gets on to the end of it. We'll push it to Kylie Garcia, who's checked in here recently, and Avery West still out on that far side, sends in a shot that goes wide. Had good speed, had good trajectory, just couldn't get it to come a little bit further up the field. And McNatt makes the turn, flicks it forward. Seeing if anybody's there, and Hardin-Simmons does have a few home. Now towards the middle of the field, Ehlert. Play it back for McNatt. Now Kirk. Cal Lutheran sort of settling back in, allowing the possession in the back line to be mostly unchallenged. And trying to make more of a stand here. And they do. LeGrand stepping in. Momentarily had enough possession for clearance, but couldn't quite get it out there. And Peary will be fouled with under 10 to play here in the first half. So free kick coming. Now Cal Lutheran can send it down and move their group of players forward. Now shot. That's going to go for another corner. No, off of shot before the deflection. Decent. It's Dennison right up front, and that one's turned away by Weaver.
Come on, Taylor.
Weaver heads it over for LeGrand. Ramirez. Her flick goes backwards, but to Kirk. Tries to get it back to Ramirez, and now shot. And shot had Orr, but was a step behind her, and that forced her to slow down, turn, and that allowed just enough time for just enough of the defense to come back and be in position. Kept in. Now being pushed forward. Nice turn. A little bit of contact out there in the midfield. Play continues. Weaver and Fiscaro holding down the middle back line. Now that one played too long for shot. It'll be a throw for Hardin-Simmons, and substitutions as well. Emma Thompson along with Lauren Stingle. And the Regals will wait on their sub, but Daria Osoli will check in on the next iteration. Look at Ramirez's throw. She finds Kirk with a lot of space. Nat now in the midfield, or excuse me, that is Thompson in the midfield. It's decent in the midfield and just couldn't quite get the touch. And turned away quickly by Garcia. That's Garcia with it back midfield. She'll redirect far side west. And the back and forth continue.
KB, stay outside. Go help, KB.
Weaver
KB, you're not close enough to help her.
had a defender in help, fell down. Offside is called.
Good job, Emma. Look down the line, Lawrence.
First of 2 matches here today in San Antonio for those just interested in competitive soccer. Trinity and Texas Dallas, these two teams faced on Friday night, will square off immediately following this one. We have just under 50 minutes to play here for this one. We've gone through the first 40 clean sheets on both sides, and we've had opportunities. A lot of those golden opportunities really came early on. The last 15 minutes or so have kind of settled into a nice back and forth. But this might be one. That one just played beyond the reach of Orr. Shot looked to maybe have a clean run on a turn, but Mummert, well-placed defense. Good poke. Now this one forward. Kirsten Bush, far side, sends it back across. The header comes for Cal Lutheran to send it out of the box. The damage not done yet. That one turned and just wide. 2:38 and counting down here, opening half. Marsoli will now check in. Take a good look at this last sequence here. Nice turn and shot, and that close to making it 1-0. Ramirez working quickly with the throw. And it will revert to Cal Lutheran here. Nice flick on by Orr to herself. Now maybe the run through. She does have Evenson. And the poke coming through at the very last moment. And I believe that was Lauren Stingle on defense down there. Minute 45. Perry with the optimistic shot there. Minute 20.
Shake, Mercy, shake!
Kirk now in the midfield. She'll play it back for Mummert. 1 minute to play.
1 minute.
Kirk surveys and is fouled by Schott. Ramirez sends it forward. Now Orr for Gutierrez. Has shot near side and then shot. She would have stayed wide, probably had a run there, but she cut back in and took away a passing lane. Now 20 seconds to play. And it looks like this first half is going to come to a conclusion. It will be sent to the break, 0-0. 7 shots for Hardin-Simmons, 4 on goal, 4 shots for the Regals. Yet to put one on goal. They do have 4 corners. Excuse me, they do have 5 corners. 2 for Hardin-Simmons. And that is the halftime break. We will take 15 minutes and join you back here in just a bit for the second half and the conclusion of this match between the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls and the Cal Lutheran Regals. Watching Tiger Network live from Trinity University in San Antonio. Back in about 14 and a half.
4 minutes remaining at halftime. 4 minutes and halftime.
And welcome back as we are getting near the start of the second half. For Hardin-Simmons, the advantage on shots and shots on goal. They also committed just the 2 fouls to Cal Lutheran's 3. The stat 5 is offsides, so 2 for the Regals, 1 for the Cowgirls. But Cal Lu with 4 corners as that one got readjusted on the stat sheets to 4 corners, not 5. So 4 corners and 2 for Hardin-Simmons. There is the bell for the end of halftime. We're just about ready to go here for the second half of play.
Following this game will be Trinity and UP. All right, Hardin-Simmons fans, let's hear it for your cowgirl. Lutheran fans, let's hear it for your eagle.
As you can see, the crowds for both teams finding the shade cover as much as possible. Groups that came to the venue, probably not as comfortable as you are at home. We thank you for joining us as we are just about ready to get started here for the second half. The Eagles will be going from left to right across your screen. Hardin-Simmons now from right to left. And center official Derek Smolik will survey the field, see that we are ready. And we're underway. And both teams will now be offensively possessed in front of their benches for the final 45 of play. Maroney for Kalu on defense on the far side. She helps knock it out, allow everybody to get back into position. And now the Eagles with maybe an opportunity to push forward. That one played out in empty space. It's just Willis back there for Hardin-Simmons.
Gabby, angle, Gabby. Kaylee, she can't find you there. You're on the other side of
Nat will stay on the far side. Change at halftime. She was far side in the first half, and then they switched sides of the field. She's continuing to stay far side. This is Stingle now for Dennison. Dennison into the middle. Not a lot of challenge. Avalos now the challenge there from LeGrand. Kirk will play back over. That one lost by McNatt. Maroney will flick it forward, and it will just be Willis who will give chase, as that one will stay in.
Slide across the little Merce.
Now a chance here. Durr looking to make a move one way or the other. Now she'll just fire from distance and couldn't quite get it to bend underneath. Could have fired that from about 10 yards back and had a better look at things. And Foley was able to read the entire way.
Shift, Mercy, shift! Shift, Mercy! Shift!
Now Willis far side.
It's fine. Get with her!
Boots it on down. Fizacaro can't control. Now far side. Trying to center it, and Hardin-Simmons loses possession. LeGrand will find a teammate, and that one's flicked on. That'll be played out. McNatt, center of your screen now for the throw.
Get around it, Gabby!
Out for a throw. action in the box, but cleared on by the Regals, and it's Willis stepping forward, keeping possession for Hardin-Simmons. Now played down. Turn. And the cross will be corralled. Duford will send that one across. Now an opportunity for the run here. It's Avery West, near side. Surveys the field, doesn't have a lot of help. She'll continue to run it down. Now Kirk stepping up on defense, and that'll be offside. Sam Cornejo was looking to just make a run out into space. And she stepped behind the defender. For cross field. It's McNatt. Back to the middle. Aviles. Playing forward, that will also be offside.
Hey, Kaylee, drop in here. Up in here, so you don't have to run as much once the ball's played. You're already in good shape. Forwards and left shoulders. 14, sorry.
Foul down near the far corner, so I've heard Linsky going like a corner. And we'll set up near side, and that one flicked in. Miss hit there by McNatt. Another couple of shots go wide. That was Kirk. Sent it forward and just wide. Couldn't bring the leg around far enough to center that one on frame. And Duford will boot it down. Possession been mostly here with Hardin-Simmons. But the Regals shown that they can make a run, be patient, maybe catch Hardin-Simmons napping just a little bit, and they will try to put it together once again. Now 1v3.
Well read.
And that was Kaneko. West tried to clear, but basically played it forward for Hardin-Simmons. And substitution coming in for the Cowgirls. Lizette Ramirez. And she'll go in for Maddox. Into the box. And the foul called against Hardin-Simmons. That'll be a foul against West. She runs through Dennison. Stingle looks to line up over the top of this one. There's a bit to go. Now they're going to change it to Mummert.
Be expecting the ball, Black.
Just get in behind their back line.
Ball struck into the box and headed on. I believe it was Kirk. I don't think she was going for goal with that. I think she was just trying to flick it on a little bit further and see if anybody else was behind. And it will play out. Another look. And Kirk just trying to push it forward.
Good, Irene.
Ramirez
Good.
battling with Maniga.
That's good, Irene. Good read.
Excuse me, Magana. Maroney will send back for, will send forward for the Regals. And once again, Willis, the back line, holding firm for Hardin-Simmons.
Shift across.
The two teams just kind of back into the back and forth now. Hardin-Simmons will keep the pressure on. They've held possession for the large part here. Not dominating possession, but with a fairly clear advantage. They haven't really been able to push into the final quarter, into the 18, as much as they would like. These two teams, the last 4 games for the Regals, they've done a great job playing some strong defense. And same goes for Hardin-Simmons, who's done it pretty much all year, giving up the 2 goals to Trinity, keeping everybody else off the scoreboard. Now West feeding in the middle and very optimistic, trying to send it all the way across from there. Now Kirk will put it down, finds Thompson, sends it over to Avalos, being challenged by Kaneko, and just been a lot of this side of midfield, but a lot of back and forth between the two teams. As we approach the 60th minutes here pretty shortly. Foley will corral. Hasn't really had a lot going on right there. First shot coming in for Kowloon in a couple of minutes.
Good. Take your space, space, space.
Ramirez, middle of the field, sends it forward. That's going to be too far. Thought she had Thompson on a run, but put it about 10 yards too far in front of her. Durr working on Mummert, and Willis steps up. Maybe a slight block, but possession staying with the Regals. Pressure coming from behind. There's Cornejo. And she will win the foul. Now a chance here for Savannah Durr. Although she's going to give up the free kick. Giving her shot from this distance earlier. I thought maybe she would give it a go, but they're going to step back for Izzy Martinez, the senior out of Arizona.
Goal side, touch tight.
Within range to go for goal from here, or see if she plays it just behind the defense.
Go, Haley Foley.
She'll go for goal, and that is off the mark. Thiessen checking back in now for Hardin-Simmons.
Turn. Take your space. Good, Mercy. Now organize. You and Clea organize. Together.
Gutierrez for distance. That one's going to be saved by Duford. Fantastic awareness. It was a fantastic shot, Gutierrez. Thought maybe she was going to give a run, and then she just pulled the trigger, and another save. And a quick shot from Gutierrez once again, and that's going to go for a corner for Hardin-Simmons. Action picking up quickly now here as we hit the 60th minute. Gutierrez with the one-time touch. Really putting some acceleration on it. Both of the shots. Now 6 shots on goal for Hardin-Simmons. They've all been turned away by Duford. Logan Duford, the sophomore out of Denver. A fantastic afternoon here for the Regals. That one, Gutierrez, turn, kick, stays in. Still in the box. McNatt far side. That one's blocked. Try to turn the corner once again. Grand on defense far side. Now McNatt with a step. Has the low line. And Duford will corral. Everybody will retreat to midfield and she'll boot it down. Near side for Stingle. Cornejo with the coverage. Magana stepping up, trying to force Hardin-Simmons into a mistake. And the tackle, and that's going to be a foul against Magana.
Hey, Marsh, just keep it simple for yourself. Move the ball across the Clea, let her take the space and you slide. Now, yeah, give it to her. Give it to her. Just give it to her.
Dennison working middle of the field. Continues to carry the run. She'll send it far side. McNatt taken away. But overplayed to Izzy Martinez, and Hardin-Simmons back on top of it. Their first touch, got it. Second one, stays with it.
Too easy, Black.
There's a run on the left side, keeps it middle. Now blocked out to the left. And Kaneko will go down. Ball played all the way back to LeGrand. Martinez looking up the right side, will dump it off. Ghana, now she'll go right side. West. West past the defender. Into the middle of the box. Renejo was there, but it was just out of her reach. That one sails all the way across and out, and 3 substitutions now for the Regals.
Macy Peary. Isabella Voljacek. For the Regals, Janelle Gutierrez. For the Cowgirls, Addison Ramirez, Taylor Garrett. Goal for the Cowgirls by Lizette Ramirez.
The final quarter here, just past the halfway mark of the half. And the possession had built for Hardin-Simmons. Kalu had been a little bit more aggressive here in the last 5 minutes, but the handball leading to the free kick. Lizette Ramirez able to put that one in for goal. See what urgency Cal Lutheran has coming up on the backside of that, now trailing. They looked stellar on Friday. They looked very solid here so far today. Not really trying to overpossess offensively, but now that one, Denison will give up on it just as it looked out of reach.
No foul.
Flicked on Gutierrez will give now for West. Play forward. Vajasic not in a position to make the run. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication between the two. So a water break here. 20:54 left in regulation. Left in this match. And Garcia is going to enter now for Cal Lutheran, and we will take the break. We'll be back in just a moment with Hardin-Simmons and Lizette Ramirez off the free kick, taking the late 1-0 advantage here in San Antonio.
Checking in for the Cowgirls, Emma Thompson.
Welcome back from the water break. Emma Thompson returning for Randy Denison here for Hardin-Simmons. Under 21 to play. It will be kick for Foley. Hardin-Simmons will send it down and will look to send short and try to maintain possession. Ramirez has Stingle. A little soft. Could have had Stingle on a run. Now, Vajasic with space. Stingle's giving chase. See if she can get back in front. She did. Vajasic, and that'll go out for a corner. Now Cal Lutheran, moments ago, giving up the go-ahead goal. And now another corner here, number 5 on the day. See if they can play something into the box. It's Durr standing solo down low for now. The rest of the team will crash in. West to the top of the box. Headed up, around. Garcia, foot on it.
Organize, man mark.
Now West, across the face. Peary, shot goes wide. Kirk sends far side. Shot will give chase, but Hardin-Simmons will keep possession. Ramirez headed out by Weaver. Durr will give chase. And help force an opportunity for possession. Grand throws it into the feet. Durr, far side. He's going to have a runner. It's West. She cut in the shot and kicked out and blocked. Nicely done. Hardin-Simmons averting that. May have gone for a cross, but would have been an opportunity for Cal Lutheran as they set up for another corner. I believe Orr was down there for the Regals. Had that cross gotten through, or it might have gone far post for a shot. Had her flicked out. Peary trying to keep it in. Roll all the way back for the Grand. Surveys everything in front of her, dumps it off near side. Now they'll play back towards the middle. Shot deflected. Nobody forward for Hardin-Simmons, so a lot of time for Cal Lutheran to send this one back. They are running out of time, 17 and a half, counting down. They want to catch back up here. Trailing by a goal. There is no more overtime. If they want to win this, they need 2 outright here in the next 17 minutes. Weaver for West. And that will be sent out. Foley with the goal kick. Ramirez, the goal scorer, sends it across. That was taken back by the Regals. Now maybe a run for Durr. Defense stepping up. Both teams have had good chances that they've missed on. Handball called 25 yards at the top of the box. Giving way for Lizette Ramirez on the free kick. The Regals finding themselves having to chase that goal as we approach 15 left. They have turned up the intensity just a little bit. Starting to control possession a touch more. So far, the back line for Hardin-Simmons holding. A couple of timely defensive blocks and clearances. We'll see if they can find maybe a clincher here late. Still working, bringing it all the way into the box. Still going, and that will be offside. I was saying she was off early and not regained on.
Irene, sit a little. Jenna, right shoulder. Left shoulder now, Jenna. Tap first.
Weaver sends it all the way down Durr and Willis. Willis has been just as impressive today as she was on Friday night. Sort of taking the job of just matching up with Durr 1v1 most of the afternoon.
Good, just keep it. Now look, it doesn't have to be in the air, Jenna. Settle it. Good, press, run, press.
Thompson.
Press, you can't hide, you're hiding.
Take it to her left. Now she looks back forward middle. And Simmons doesn't need to press forward, so they will bring it back.
Good patience, well done. Good, Mars.
Put it all the way back to Willis. Durr had given chase, but couldn't quite get to it. But now Cal Lutheran should have an opportunity to survey and make some connections, bring it up the field. And once again, Hardin-Simmons all over it defensively. And Dennison's going to check back in. No. They're going to say it was off of Hardin-Simmons. So it must have been flicked out of play. And the foul called on the kick. Sends on into the box. Blocked in by Vajasic. And then finally cleared all the way down here by Hardin-Simmons. Under 12 now. Garcia. Excuse me, that was shot. Now Weaver boots it all the way down. Vajasic had curled in, and that one sailed over the top of her head. And substitutions will come for both teams. I already mentioned Dennison looking to go in for Hardin-Simmons, as does McNatt for Cal Lutheran. It's going to be Schott, Maroney, and Izzy Martinez. They'll go in for Garcia, Gutierrez, and Puri. And can't quite see the numbers who came off for Hardin-Simmons. It looks like Ramirez. And we'll check the stats for the second sub. It would be Ramirez and Stingle coming off. As we approach 10 minutes left in the action here. Thompson has McNatt, who's back to the near side here on your screen. And she plays that one out. And Weaver to pick up and put it back in play. West fouled by Kirk.
Hey, back here.
And Weaver tried to play it just a little too far forward. She'll bring it back a few yards. Sends it down. Didn't quite get all of it. Jacek will try to keep it in, but it will roll out for the throw. She'll take that quickly.
Hold on. Keep it.
Weiss tried to find West, intercepted by Thiessen. Now Weiss intercepts it back, and she's got an opportunity for a run. Right side run, Kirk will give chase. Weiss keep it in, and now Durr, the flick on, can't keep it within Regal possession. Martinez, and shot. Weiss wanting the handball, not being called. And West goes to ground, the foul comes.
Hey, she's inside of her. If anything's the other way.
Organize, Black, everything out! Go, Black! Let's go, Black, everything out!
They'll send Durr back for the free kick now. Takes her presence out of the box. She'll go for a chip into the 6. And a lot of players to ground. Hardin-Simmons looking to clear out. Willis with space. That'll be taken back by West. Weiss finds shot in the middle, trying to make a turn. Durr sends it forward, flicks it, but nobody else home. Seven and a half, counting down. Hardin-Simmons holding to that 1-0 lead. Regals have been pushing forward with some urgency. Hardin-Simmons doing just enough to keep them at bay. See if they can alleviate some of the pressure by putting the pressure back on Cal Lutheran. They had controlled most of the offensive possession until about 10 minutes ago. Now McNatt feeds Thiessen. Left side has room. Dennison will give chase. And defensively, that'll go for a corner. No, they're going to say goal kick. And Kaylee Maddox will check back in. And she'll go in for Thiessen. And Everson rechecking in. She goes in for Danielle Weiss. Durr. That one poked away. Now West will come up with a throw. Evenson working the line. It's back to West. Throws continue for the Regals. Martinez, a lot of space. Survey. Vajasic looking to make the turn. Has space. Shot was blocked. Cleared over. Still a throw for Cal Lutheran. 5 minutes to go. Let's see the Comets awaiting their next match. They're drawing nearer to the conclusion of this one. That one flicked in from distance. Fiscaro maybe hoping that somebody would get on the other end of that. Durr gives way. Vajasic has space. Shot, giving chase. And it's going to roll out just beyond her reach. Clock is continuing to roll here. We'll check on the scoreboard. So it's 4:19 counting down. It looks like it's back. We'll keep keep you aware as it looks like it's maybe having some issue. A lot of pressure now for Cal Lutheran. LeGrand trying to get it past, up to shot. Back Martinez sends it far side. Weaver will hold. Now, after she waited on it, we'll bring it forward. And Evenson short side decides to go for West. Maybe just at the top of the 18. Maroney flicks it over. Shot retreats a little bit, now sends it far side. Weaver has a little bit of space. Optimistically sending it forward. Not a lot of white uniforms there.
Kaylee, you're next to her. Tell her she can get a hold of it.
3:05 and counting.
Kaylee!
Show, Black, show!
Taylor, get it!
Play it open into space. There won't be a run, so crashing it will be Duford, and couldn't find a teammate on the boot out to center. 2:20 to go. Sends it to the middle, and getting onto the back end of it will be Dennison. Finds McNatt, has a run if she wants it, has the left side, and Weaver will play it out. Under 2 now, and it'll be a Hardin-Simmons throw, and they will take some time. We will get the clock stoppage at 1:49. Play continues back on. Now Hardin-Simmons didn't like the clock stoppage, but it also looked like they were not in any interest to pick the ball up for the throw-in.
Forward.
Minute 20 to play. Dennison gives chase. Keeps it in. No. Offside is called way back here. And Weaver, realizing that it was called for offside, has an opportunity to bring it a lot further forward. Now she'll play quickly. 1 minute to play. LeGrand to the middle. Maroney. Far side now shot. Vajacek fouled by Willis. 45 seconds to play. They play quickly. Didn't have a lot of people forward. They're still keeping a lot of on the back line. Now in Evenson. Couldn't come up onto the back end of that one. 30 seconds to play. And that might have been the Regals' last shot. 25 and counting down. Played far side. Cal Lutheran not pressing. Now Hardin-Simmons will just play this one out. 10 seconds to play. And the offside called. They're not going to have enough time. And that will do it. Hardin-Simmons advancing to a 3-0-1 mark here in 2022. And the 4-game win streak for the Regals of Cal Lutheran comes to an end. And they fall to 4-3 on the season. And Lizette Ramirez off the free kick, the goal, the game winner. And Hardin-Simmons will take this one. 1-0 in the first of 2 games here in San Antonio today. Trinity and UT Dallas will come up next. Thank you for tuning in with us today, and have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Hardin-Simmons with the 1-0 victory here from Paul McGinley Field in San Antonio.